This is Russell Smith with Grow It Now Garden Products. I'm here with you today in our raised bed garden to talk about the giant miniature greenhouse. So we got hit by the cold that we talked about a week ago. The temperatures got down to about 34, 32 degrees. Well, last night we got hit by the second cold frosty and it got down to 25 degrees. All I had covering my plant was the giant miniature greenhouse, and we'll take a look at that. As I pull this off and we take a look at this plant, you'll see that the leaves actually did die. But one thing that the miniature greenhouse did for these plants is it kept the tomatoes from freezing. So as you can see, I grabbed that tomato, I harvested it, and it is absolutely solid. It didn't get frozen, so that's still great to eat. Now the rest on here that are all red and ripe, I can still pick them. They didn't get frozen. The leaves did get hit, but the nice thing is I can leave them on the vine for the remainder of the season. I still have another week. As I look out, temperatures aren't going to get below 45 degrees for the rest of the week. So that means I can continue to ripen these tomatoes on the vine under the giant miniature greenhouse. Now if we look at our neighbor's tomato plants, you can see the tomatoes here, how they're squishy. You can see that the plant is completely dead. Even the stems are dead. Compare that to our plant stems. You can see our plant stems are vibrant and healthy, still alive, that really the frost only got to the leaves. And so that's the difference between using the giant miniature greenhouse and not using any protection at all. So as you can see here, all of these plants were not covered last night, and you can see the plants are dead, but most especially the tomatoes are no good because they froze solid all the way through. Okay, so a couple ways that you can tell if your plant is completely dead or if it's still got some life. Right here you can see that stem is completely squishy and it's just shot. It froze all the way through last night, and that's what killed it off. The other way is when you look at the tomato itself, you can see that line right there. It's still firm on the bottom, but it's really squishy up here on the top, and that's because it froze right through there. Now to compare that with one of our tomatoes off of the plant, it's very firm. It's a nice tomato. There's no line, freeze line that you can see. And so this one came off of the plant that had the giant miniature greenhouse, and this one had no protection. So you can see the difference there. It's quite a remarkable difference. All of them, this one froze all the way through. There's no line because the whole thing froze, and you can feel it's just squishy. There's no more firmness to the fruit itself. So a couple things here, tips and tricks. Use the giant miniature greenhouse. Yes, the leaves might die off, but the bulk of the plant will be fine, and the tomatoes will not freeze solid.